This is Kelly's Wordy Reactions. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the video. Boy, do I have some commentary and reaction and ranting for you today. If you have not done so already, please like the video, comment, and subscribe. All right, let's get into it.
Hi.
Good. Y'all get it straightened out?
Yes.
Okay. I tried to call a month. I guess he ain't got himself together, woke up yet or whatever. So I can see what he got going on, get this squared away.
Yeah, I talked to Monica's friend, and she's looking for me.
Okay, cool. Cause you said that you know that all over there in they call that place over there, Atlanta Station. You see that?
The 12-year-old boy got killed.
Yeah, a lot going on out there.
Yeah, really too much. That's too much. Those kids had guns and everything.
Yeah, that's
it's just terrible out here. It's like, I'm ready for Jesus to come back because it's just too much.
They ready for Jesus to come on back, huh?
Now see, this is what I'm talking about right here. When Shirley starts to talk about the God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit God, he doesn't have a clue, and he thinks it's totally ridiculous, and that's why he let out that laugh like that, because for him this is totally nonsensical talk, what she's talking right here. So I just wanted to say that because it's personally very annoying to me, but yeah, I just had to get that out because this is like a very, very good example of why I say what I say when I say that. Yes, he talks about God a lot. He talks about it like he truly believes what he's saying, because he talks he makes reference to being blessed and God to other people other than Shirley, maybe even with a different type of a reference, like him and God's relationship, but this is not, they're not talking about the same deity. So anyway, let's get back into it.
Yeah, can't do anything. It's like we went to the Ponce Market, and it's so beautiful, to see everybody hanging out and, and all these beautiful stores, and it's enough to go. But then you think about, but the other side of Atlanta is that, all this killing and violence and racism and, all this stuff. It's just so much. I'm so sick of it. But anyway, it is what it is. This is life. This is our life.
It's just right now, it's just wow. That's all I'm saying. And I always been concerned about safety. That's been my main, so I can at least lay my head down. I know I'm gone. You don't have no worries. Shit happens everywhere, but it's just right now. It is what it is right now. Yeah. Well, I'm okay. I'm just ready to get on out and live our life. And that's what I'm waiting on right now. Trying to figure out the best moves. And it's so hard to delegate things because I don't really watch the news on the street, Atlanta news like that. Much as I've been watching since I've been in here the past month and a half, 2 months. Yeah, because I'm always watching CNN, but right now it's just like you could be in the bed and get your head tore off.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's really bad.
Yeah, but I'm doing all right. I'm just I'm doing all right. Just trying to just thank God for what I have, and thank God He keeps me safe till I get back out there, and asking Him for forgiveness every day. A lot of things I've missed, a lot of things I've probably looked over or took for granted. So a lot of things I just, ain't nobody perfect out here. So I'm just not trying to beat myself up where there's always somebody's situation way worse than what I got going on for the next person.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it is with me. Excuse me.
I gotta go vote.
And so I love the way and when I say I love, I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but the way he seemingly accepts responsibility for, some of his actions, and what I'm thinking he's doing right here is acknowledging for Shirley that, some of the things where he knows that he was not right by her, and they both know it. So he's trying to acknowledge that as part of winning her over, because, it's a part of him that knows that when you acknowledge something to people, that makes you like a little bit more endearing to them. Okay, so I feel like that's why he's doing that piece right there. I asked God to forgive me, and, I know that I wasn't right about everything, and yada, 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 right? So, and then he goes ahead and gives himself an excuse to be how he was and how he is. But, I know that, no, ain't nobody perfect out here. And, a lot of people do worse things than me. So yeah, he gave a little bit, but then he took it all back plus some by having to say that, he's not perfect, just like nobody's perfect. And, some people, have way worse things going on than him. Like who? Epstein. Like, it annoys me when people compare themselves to the worst possible situation. And then they may have even done the worst possible situation, but they put out that worst possible scenario so that it focuses on the very worst thing in the world, and then it makes you feel happy that at least you don't have that, or it does something for you mentally that, oh, well, yeah, I guess, I am glad that you're not the worst of the absolute worst. Yeah, that is something to be thankful for. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because, we don't have to go to the worst of the worst of the worst possible case scenario, because I don't want to be with the worst of the worst. I don't want to be with the worst of the worst. I don't want to be with the worst. I don't want to be with bad, terrible, a little bit worse than good, like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And I don't like it when he does that. So, but these are the games that Nesto plays. So let's keep moving forward.
Forgot about that. I got to go vote that day this week.
Okay, who you vote for? Herschel Walker?
Imagine that. Ernest making fun of Herschel Walker. Wow.
I know. The most intelligent black man on the planet.
Man, if you win, man, it's over, man. If you win, oh my goodness. That lets you know what's going on. If he wins. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to get a car so I can go vote.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But,
okay. Well,
maybe I should borrow one.
Okay. Well, yeah. So what you gonna do for your vacation?
Hopefully move.
Oh, be moving. Oh, you're saying you want to be in by the 1st. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. I would like to be.
Okay, yeah. Well, you probably be. That's a good time. Yeah, because ain't nobody really doing no moving during cripple time anyway.
Right.
So that's kind of, that'll give you a good leeway. Somebody else wants you to move in or however they want to. Yeah, that makes sense. I would do that as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And I do want to. I would like to try to buy something if I could. I would like to. I can get my credit score up, hopefully.
Yeah. So you saw her that too?
Yes, of course. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, that's going to work out.
Yeah, I told her rental or buying, but she said maybe rent to own, where a portion of your rent goes to the property.
Right. That's basically what I was saying, yeah.
Mm-hmm, I know. So hopefully maybe we could do something like that. So.
Okay, so you told you wanted to still go down there to Buckhead.
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, then too, then for you still want to go down there, so.
But yeah, I mean, I got to be careful anywhere. I'm going to be careful anywhere.
Right. Okay.
But that's just more me,
There's nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah. As long as you're comfortable and you're happy, that's the most important.
Yeah. But we'll see. I'm just going to look at what she has. Concierge list. I mean, that's what I'm used to, but
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Get what you used to. Because I'm just starting now because I already know what y'all field trip gonna be like. I already know.
Oh, I told her I was picky.
She gotta get ready.
I told her I was picky. She said that's okay, because so is she.
Okay.
She said that's okay. So is she. So.
Okay.
Now what you got to say?
I ain't got nothing to say.
Right. I'm not changing.
All right. Well, now, and I don't expect for you to change at all for nobody. I always tell you this: stay who you are. Don't change for nobody. Yeah. You can grow, but you ain't got to change.
Right. Change for someone else or whatever. I'm just trying to do me. I mean, shoot.
Yeah.
20 more years, I'll be 90.
Yeah, do you?
20 more years, I'll be 90.
Shirley say, I got to get whatever I'm going to get now. I don't have time to keep on waiting.
Like, come on. If I'm, man, this shouldn't even be my life right now.
Amen to
but
that.
It is, so I have to accept it.
Well, I do agree. I'm not arguing with you with that. I'll sit in this cell and say the same thing to myself every day. Yeah.
Right.
But there's some people outside out there locked up in their mind right now.
Here he go.
So.
Yeah. Right. So you just have to deal with life how it comes to you. You don't know this is what life is. You don't know what's going to happen. You try to do the right thing. You try to, I know I do. So anyway, that's just what it is. Just have to deal with life how it comes.
Right. Okay. Well, when you get a chance, just text Mark. Tell him that's okay. Everything's okay. You handle it yourself with your living arrangement. Just tell him I've been trying to call him.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell him that. I'll just tell him that because I think he's still trying to hear from this lady and he wants to hook us up and all of that. But I mean, and it's not that I'm impatient.
You ain't got time for that.
Yeah, it's not that I'm impatient. It's just that I'll just, he volunteered it, so I said okay. But it's okay. I'll just tell him.
I think that's the right move with Monica. And if that don't work, then okay, then you go back to that. By then I'll probably be out anyway, but at least you got some movement going on.
Yeah, I just want to, have some movement. You're right. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, you're not stagnated. You got some movement going on, so you're making progress. So that's all. You made a step.
Just freaking laugh.
You don't feel like you're making a step. You're not moving forward. So, yeah. So that'll be it. Is that the way God got it set up for you to go over her? That's the way He got it set up.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And I do feel safe with that anyway, because you already broke it down. Well, Monica done broke it down to her before you broke it down to her, so y'all on the same page.
Yeah, yeah. So she knows. I didn't. I mean, there's nothing else I could really tell her, but anyway, yeah, she knows. I mean, she knows what I want. I told her 2 or 3, because I need an office to work in. And you know I'm not sharing bathrooms.
Okay. Okay.
Everybody needs to have their own bathroom.
Okay.
I think I've earned that.
You know what?
What?
Yeah, you got it. You earned it. I mean, that's your skill. That's what you like.
I mean, at my age, I should be able to have something. But if
that's how you've been all your life, so. I mean, you've been like that all your life. You had to have your own bathroom, so I don't think it's the age where you've been like that.
Yeah, I've been like this for a while.
Yeah. So I can't change something you already used to.
A lot of people have their own bathrooms. Yeah, a lot of people have their own bathrooms. I'm not the only one.
Oh,
people
okay.
like having their own bathrooms. I know. Some people it doesn't, but I like having my own. Because I don't like to be rushed.
Yeah,
I like to stay in there as long as I like to. I like to watch TV in there. Put on my makeup, take my time. You know.
I know how you roll. I know exactly how you roll. Yeah. Okay. What you gonna have?
Says the man who talks about when he's on his real grind, he takes a bath in the sink. What? Grinding and taking a bath in the sink have to do with each other? I do not know. Because just because you're very serious about your work in a certain season and, you're really, you're really out there, working, 12, maybe 14, maybe even 16 hours a day. But who can't come home and take a shower? I mean, it's going to take you the same amount of time to get your clothes off and soap yourself up in the sink as it is in the shower. And I mean, it's just grungy and grimy that you tell yourself you can't get your whole body in the shower. You can just, wash your butt off in the sink. I don't know if y'all remember that, but he did say that he was having a conversation with Sonia and they were going into some, I work so hard and when I'm grinding and I do this and I do that. And yeah, I mean, when I'm really in my element, I mean, I don't even, take a shower. I just wash myself off in the sink. And it's like, really? I mean, first of all, what does that have to do with anything? Oh, and second of all, you just wanted to tell her, how grungy you are and see if she will go for it, I don't know, but it's just like Shirley, you gotta, I mean, you make probably more money than some doctors, and you're sitting here trying to justify the fact that you should be able to have your own bathroom. This is should not even be a conversation. Like, a lot of people with your salary have, huge estates and servants and things like that. So I don't know why we're making a point about having a bathroom, but this is just, I don't know, it just makes me sad. It's just like, scraping the bottom, and it feels like you shouldn't have to do that. I don't know. We don't know Shirley like that, but it just feels like with her years of experience and with all that she's been able to do in radio over so many years, you never would think that she would be having a conversation where she's justifying having her own bathroom. But this is the type of, this is the life lesson. This is the type of thing that happens to you when you lower yourself and lower your standards, I would say, for someone else. And I feel like I was having this conversation earlier. Like, sometimes you are acquainted with someone that you just really don't have any idea how low they are and are willing to go. Like, you think you know them, but you really don't know them, because they can be willing to go so low and sink to some depths that you have no idea. And the only indication is, I would say, if you get with them and you keep either sinking lower, or they keep encouraging you to stay down or go to lower levels rather than come up higher and higher. Because some people really don't have, like, they say that they aspire to do great things, and what they say even sometimes exhibit, but really, in her case, she would have to look at just the kind of like the pattern of life since she's been with him, and see the depths that she has, been made to sink to. And we all know it didn't start here. I'm sure it started small, with taking little hits, taking little setbacks and things like that. And now we're here. So I feel like this is just a major life lesson to, to look at people and see, where do they want to go? Are they on the climb? Are they on the move up without you, without anyone? When you try to get together with them, are you able to work with them? Do they want to go higher? Or are they resentful when things start to trend upward and they do things to sabotage and, look like maybe they might be into setting you back and lowering you and giving you subtle and not so subtle hints that you shouldn't strive for the levels that you want to strive for. So yeah, this is interesting and definitely something to think about.
All that back, it's coming right back to you. So it is what it is. I just want you to make sure you're safe, and that's the most important thing to me right now. So you can enjoy that. You can have all that, but you ain't around no safe environment. It's not going to be no good anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
And some people say, don't be afraid to live, but shoot, the way it's going now, you can be living if shit happens.
Yeah, it's like you gotta pay attention, because this world is crazy, and we talk about that all the time. It really is. This world is going nuts.
Yeah.
It really has gone nuts.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It really
Says part of the problem.
I mean, I should be retired, going to the spa every day, or once a week, or something. You know.
Amen to that, Shirley.
Hopefully, have a whole different kind of life.
Yeah, but you could.
Hold on, Nesto. Hold on. See, when I start saying, I just have put myself in Shirley's shoes. When I start saying that I should be able to be retired and I should be living easy and relaxing and being able to go to the spa and get massages and things like that, don't tell me, nah, but wait. But here's the thing. Don't tell me that. Like, just no way in the world. He should be telling her anything. He should be saying, yeah, babe, I know. Don't tell her that. If you can't say anything, helpful, just don't say anything at all. I don't know what he's about to say, but the way that he's cutting her off and telling her this is the thing, I can just already tell this is something where I feel like, some invisible hand needs to come out the sky and just slap him in the face, because he shouldn't be telling her nothing. Like, let her lament, let her feel bad about this situation that she's in, because it is a bad situation and you have helped to put her in it. So don't be sitting up here telling her, oh, wait, no. I know it's getting ready to be something dumb and ignorant and slave driving of him. But I'm just saying, like, I just needed to get that out before he gets to the stupid part. What y'all be saying? Before he says the quiet part out loud. Here we go.
You've been living good for a long, long time. Okay.
Really?
Sometimes.
So it's time for me to live bad? It's time for me to live bad? What? So here's the thing. You've been living good for a long time. What in the world are you saying to her? You've been living good for a long time. Even Shirley said, what? You, and so what? That mean what? I deserve to live bad now? She has so many opportunities to just tell him, you know what? Go where you belong. And don't ever think about calling my number no more.
You don't think so?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Okay, yeah.
Let's just rewind this back. Now he want her to agree to this nonsensical crap.
You've been living good for a long, long time. Okay.
Really?
You don't think so?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Okay, yeah. I mean, like, I mean, to me, people, when I think of that, I think of, like, the Oprahs of the world. That's what I'm serious.
Oh, okay. No, I get that.
See, here he go again. She's talented enough to be an Oprah of the world. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at your wife? Like, she is just wilding out of her mind when she's, like she literally does make the money. I don't know what she's doing with the money, but she literally does make the money to be living whatever type of, in all these years. I know she had the money. I don't know who squandered it. I mean, personally, I got some thoughts about Ernesto. And they involve a pipe and some stuff that you put together with that you put together. Because I'm just trying to figure out, how did everything get so squandered? That's the question floating around my mind for the last little bit. How did everything get so squandered? And why are you coming up with grand gifts? You're coming with these grand gift gestures, and is that it seems like he was on some, I need to prove something to you, I got some making up to do. That's what it really seems like Nesto was on when he got caught. Like robbing Peter to pay Paul, running to play catch up because I messed off this money, so I got to make this money. This over here got squandered and messed off, and now I got to make even more money. I got to put even more money back into the household because I've done taken money out of the household, and I done messed up, and I was supposed to pay people and I didn't pay them. And there was money to be made. There was money somewhere. Where did that money go? My thoughts have been leading me to things that you put together and put into a pipe. That's where my thoughts have been leading me. Allegedly. Can't say it for certain. But I'm just saying, when I think about all of this stuff that has been squandered, and somebody is running to play catch up and robbing this person to pay this person over here, time after time, and things are being lost, money is not getting used for what it's supposed to be used for. And then you got to go over here and make some things happen so that you can give me some things that I want, so that I can be quiet, and so that it seems like all is well, so that it seems like deals are coming through, so that it seems like the money that left is being replaced, but really it's not. Really, the money is not getting replaced. It's just coming from somebody else who I'm squandering and swindling, because I got to put the money back because I took it and I used it and I squandered it. And maybe it got gambled. Maybe it got put into a pipe. Maybe it got, maybe I had to pay for something that was more expensive than what I thought it was going to be, because I was trying to buy my way out of something that hasn't quite been uncovered yet, because there's a lot of playing catch up. There's a lot of extravagant makeup giftings, and we haven't really heard why. We haven't really heard what that's all about. We haven't really heard why we needed these extravagant cars and jewelry items and stuff all of a sudden. We haven't really been made to understand that part. But anyway, that's just what's in my head, my own theories. But let's get back to the listening.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I understand.
But don't get me wrong. I'm not ungrateful. That doesn't mean I'm ungrateful. That's not what I'm talking about.
You don't have to be just only grateful. Yeah, you've worked.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about some shit you have seen. Okay.
Yeah.
When somebody has worked for their station in life and what they have, you don't have to talk about being grateful. Yes, of course, be grateful to God that he kept you going, that he kept you getting put in the right position so that you could have what you have and be where you are. That's grateful to God. I don't need to sit up here and tell anybody how grateful I am because I have worked. I have done what I was supposed to do to be in the room when it was time to get hired, when it was time to keep doing the job well so that I would keep being the one that gets picked year after year. You don't have to be humble and grateful about that. You have worked. You have done what it took, because if you did not, they would have taken the opportunity away from you. So why he's trying to, make her feel some kind of way that she wants to be in another position and trying to make her feel like you've done good for years. It's time for you to sit down. It's time for you to be set down and not do so good. And like it's, taking turns with somebody or something. No, I don't need to take turns with nobody because I've been working and I have worked for what I got. And like I said, I don't know her part in any of this, but on his part, oh yeah, I feel like it was some squandering of funds going on, and some pyramid scheme type. Let me get your money so I can give the other people their money, and so nobody won't find out for a long time that the money is somewhere else. Oh gosh, let's go. Let me get back in. Okay, here we go.
I'm not talking about, I know I've been healthy and, and blessed and all of that. I know that. That's not unnoticed or unappreciated. I got it. I know that. God has been very good to me. But I'm not Oprah. I'm not, I'm not like that.
Well, she might be having problems too.
Yeah,
she's crazy. She's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know if she's crazy. I just know that she lives her life. I know that. That's what I know.
Yeah, she's doing that. Yeah, but I don't want to hear nobody who I'm afraid of. She's scared of that girl. She's scared of her boy.
I don't think so.
Shit.
I don't think he's afraid of her. I don't think that at all.
I think so.
I don't think that. I don't think that at all.
I think so. Okay. I think so.
Cold out here. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, today Monday, Cyber Monday, people trying to shop online.
I know. I bought a couple of things. I bought a couple of things online myself. I probably shouldn't have, but I don't have any clothes. So I had to get some things. I just bought a couple of pieces, some pants, a black suit, and
Okay. Talking to you on the phone don't seem like I've been in here a long time.
Oh, that's good. That's good, honey.
It don't seem like it.
I really miss you.
I love you very much.
I love you too.
Thank you. I miss you too. Yeah, I miss you too. It's amazing how life is. Yeah. How life brings you closer to different things.
Right. You learn when you don't have it, you appreciate it more.
Yeah, that's true.
When you're away from it, you appreciate it. You should anyway. That's how a normal person would react.
No, that's true what you're saying. That's very, very true what you're saying.
Yeah, sometimes you do take things for granted. You think people are going to live forever and be there forever. Life is crazy. Who would ever think this would be happening? Lord, it's crazy.
I have to agree.
No, it is.
It's nothing funny about
here
it.
Today, gone tomorrow,
Yeah, that's true. No, you're right about that. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah,
You're right. I think
about those things. Yeah. You have to think about those things in life. You appreciate life much more.
You do. You definitely do.
Because this is a gift.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
I love you
keep God
very much.
first. Keep God
Absolutely.
first. First. And love you too.
First. And you be safe out there, and you keep safe, stay healthy, and stay fine and sexy. You're going to be just fine.
Okay. Trying. You got to fight when you get old. You got to fight that age off.
Okay, well, guess what? You ain't aging. You just reversing. So it's okay. You can't get mad. You can't get mad at Renee because she's like, look at her.
That's funny. Well, you keep doing your push-ups. Keep doing your push-ups and your sit-ups.
I am. Thank you very much. I'm sore now.
You're welcome, love.
All right, I love you.
All right, love you. Bye, honey.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
So this whole thing where they're talking about Oprah Winfrey, this just lets me know that this man is just so incredibly manipulative, or at least he's trying to be. I mean, he has, done the, laughing and tried to humiliate her out of thinking that she should be in any sort or type of position that Oprah is in. And then when he can't knock her off the thought process, he gives a last ditch effort to say that he wouldn't want to be with somebody that he had to be scared of. And basically Stedman is scared of her. And so, here Shirley is saying, no, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. And he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, he's scared of her. I wouldn't want to be with somebody that I'm scared of. So, so now, if I get myself into an Oprah type position, then, you don't want to be with me? You don't want to be with me if I get into any higher of a level. From her level, if she goes up a notch to a Gail level, or what's the other lady's name? Huda, or, if she gets on one of these, if she gets on one of these morning shows, and then perhaps she gets her own show, what is the lady's name? Something that starts with Tamron Hall. If she gets on a Tamron Hall type level, real quick, just kind of, boost up there. And so now you're not going to want to be with me. And you are sitting in the county, as Fran would say. Oh, God, I had to steal that from Fran over there on Real Talk Bougie and Love Lies and Lace Front. You are sitting over there in the county, sir. And you're not going to want to be with me? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have finally perceived your real position. A low life. You know you a low life. And you have finally perceived it and let me know. Thank you. Because she should not want to be with him. How you going to sit up here and tell me I wouldn't want to be with nobody that I'm scared of? Yeah, he's scared of her. And you're going to try to, these things are manipulative. He's sliding it in. It's subtle. she's supposed to refute it. She's doing a decent job at refuting it and keeping her emotional. See, me, I'm overly emotional. And if I was in a conversation with him, he would actually be winning because I would be the one that was upset. And the one that's upset is the loser, basically. The one with the, highest level of emotion is the loser. Shirley is actually doing good here. But where she's doing bad is that all of this time she keeps dealing with him. She keeps paying for him. She keeps talking about, I love you, honey. And it's okay. It's okay. She could say, if she had said all that stuff one time and peeped his manipulation, let him say whatever he wanted to say, and then blocked his butt on every level, blocked his kids, blocked his everything, moved, sold the car, paid him no mind, went and checked out, how do I get rid of this bogus marriage, whatever. She would have been showing him something. But because she lets all this stuff slip by, no, it doesn't bother her emotionally like it's bothering me. And no, he's not really winning, but in a sense he is, because these things are getting into her subconscious mind. And she's saying, no, he's not scared of her. She's dealing with it in a good way, but she's not understanding who he is, what he's doing to her, what he's been doing to her, what he's trying to continue to do to her, because she has not blocked him. She's still talking to him. She's still paying for him at this point. She's still telling him, honey, I love you, and keeping on moving forward. That's the problem. She don't have to deal with him on a high emotional, you low down dirty dog, you slimy snake, like what I'm saying. She don't have to do that. But what she should have done was peeped the manipulation, or it would have been good. I'm not telling her what she should have done, but it would have been good if she would have been able to peep this manipulation that he was doing, to keep her in a certain position, to keep her living low and keep on knocking her down levels. It would have been so good if she had peeped that a long time ago. She wouldn't be this low. He has knocked her down levels. And now she's all the way on the floor, all the way, buried under the dirt somewhere. She's way down. She's way down low, and she's trying to maintain high, but she is low. And he helped to bring her there. She went, but he helped to get her there. What I'm saying is, that there's this saying that if you try to drop a frog in a pot of boiling water, he'd jump out. But if you sit a frog in a pot of water, nice, cool, or room temperature water, and you turn the fire on underneath them, and you just let it slowly get warmer and warmer and warmer, all the way to hot, all the way to boiling, he would never jump out. I don't know. I have not done the experiment, but this is something that I've heard for, a long time. This manipulative way that he has about, living and doing things and saying things to people, this is putting you're the frog. He puts you in this pot of, a comfortable setting for you, It's a pot. It's not really a comfortable setting, but the water is nice. It's cool. You like being in nice, cool water. You can't really tell that this is not your environment at first. And then they turn that heat on. You can't even really feel it at the bottom. It's like, oh, this water feels good. It's like a nice, cozy bath. And then it gets hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, and to the point to where, I don't know, I guess maybe at a point the frog's legs won't work or something of that nature. Like I said, I haven't done the experiment. It's just a saying that I've heard. But if you can understand that, if you've ever heard that, that is what he is doing to her. That is what he does to people. And that is why this lady is in this position. And it's just very unfortunate. And I said this a long time ago when I first started talking about this subject. It is really, as women, I feel like it goes back so far back to our creation. It is the reason why we are here and do what we do is because of men and family. I don't know that men are here for women and family. I don't know. I just know that it's like every woman I've ever known was, wanting the love and relationship of a man. So, though it is difficult to get yourself a set of standards and hold on to them, especially when that's not how you've been raised, because a lot of women haven't even been raised with a man. Knowing what standards to have, and you don't even know what standards to have. How can you possibly hold on to them? But when you learn what standards to have, like a friend of mine used to say, because I was a fatherless girl, and so a lot of things, like, I just did not have a clue. Like, no, I just didn't have a clue. And, looking back at that time, I didn't know that I didn't have a clue. But she would look at me and some of the things that I would, entertain. And she would say, you have a car. Make them at least have a car. They need to at least have a car. You have an apartment. They need to at least have an apartment. You have some furniture in your place. They need to at least have furniture in their place. These are examples, but some of these things are like exact, like probably a car and an apartment. Like she had to tell me that these people that you entertain, like, at least they should have what you have it. At least they should have what you have. You're you. You know how you've been brought up. You know how you've struggled. At least the person should have what you have. I'll never forget that she used to tell me that. If my mother told me that, I don't remember. She might have, but there were times when there was so much sort of struggle in our relationship because of some things that we went through as I was growing up, and that, my mother went through as I was growing up, that I was privy to seeing that I shouldn't have seen. I think sometimes I just didn't believe her. Like I should have believed her anyway because she was my mother, and I should have been able to trust that she had my best interest at heart, but I just didn't believe her. I just didn't trust her like that because I saw her making a mess. And for some reason, I knew when she was making a mess, but I couldn't really tell when I was making one. So that just goes to say that sometimes women don't really know what the standards should be. But when you learn what the standards should be, and I don't know Shirley. I don't know how she's been spending all of her private time all these years. But I do feel like, after in and through all this time, she it seems like she was trying to have like a good standard when she met him, of the way that a man's life, should be. But then at some point she found out about his criminal record. She didn't have a criminal record, just going back to that very basic, like high school mentality that my friend used to share with me. Young adult. By this time, we were like young adults. So Shirley didn't have a criminal record. So let's put him back on the shelf and let's keep on going. Let's keep looking. Let's keep, checking for somebody who don't have a criminal record. I don't have a criminal record. Yeah, I know it was a long time ago and everything, but at this point, I just really can't risk it. I've got a child. I've got grandchildren. I got a brand to uphold, and I got myself. I got to protect. So let's just not deal with somebody that has this criminal record, okay? So, but she didn't do that. She didn't do that. Another standard she could have had was, I have a decent level of education, and it just doesn't seem, I know he's country and everything, but I know he's built these businesses and everything, but it just doesn't seem like he can sort of keep up, with the people that I deal with and myself. So maybe I ought to put him back on the shelf. I know he's cute and everything. I know he seems to really like me and everything, but maybe I ought to just put him back because he don't even have what I have. And don't think that you can't get someone that has what you have. I mean, I don't think Shirley has a doctorate. I don't think she's a doctor of anything. She could have easily, made a certain level of education a requirement for her. That's okay. If that's your standard, that's your standard. You won't find men saying that they have no standards. They have standards. They might be different from yours, but they have some standards. I'm talking about, look at him. He was holding to his standards. We heard his friends say that his standard was what was it? Not necessarily famous, but yeah, he always had his eye on somebody that was famous, somebody that was known. Those are the type of women that he had set his sights on. He had a standard. So that's why Shirley is not Jane Doe, Jane Smith somewhere, girl next door, because he had a standard. Shirley could have easily just had some simple standards, just as good as she is. If she didn't want to request higher, because Ernest, certainly his standard was much higher than him. But if she didn't want to say, okay, he's got to be all this, that, and the other thing, she could have just said, at least what I am, at least no criminal record, at least, and that's not asking too much. She could have said, at least as much education as I have, at least as able to go into any room as I am. I'd like for him to be better at it than me. I'd like for him to make me feel comfortable when I have to go into these rooms with these high dollar people, with these high level of educated people, high level of education. I'm messing this up, but y'all know what I mean. She could have had a requirement that he be higher than her so that she could rest in her level, knowing that he got it. I got it, baby. I got it. You don't have to be on all the time. I got you. I got your back. We gonna go into these places and we gonna dominate. We gonna look so good. I'm gonna make you look so good. You gonna make me look so good. That's what she could have required. Could have required higher than her, but at least, thank God for my friend. Thank God for my friend. We're not even friends anymore. I don't even know why. But thank God for the time that I was in relationship with her as my friend, because she told me something that I never forgot and that helped me, really, really did help me along the way as a fatherless girl. Kelly, at least let them make it a requirement that they have what you have. And I never forgot it. It was a little difficult for me because I'm telling you, as somebody who hadn't been taught this and, looking at it and raised to see all the whys and what fors, I didn't, the concept, all the concepts, it was just kind of foreign to me. It's just kind of like, why? I like him. He's cute. But she was like, no, baby. She was much wiser than me. She had a father and a stepfather that cared for her and cared about her. So she could impart some things to me that I just didn't get. I just didn't see it. Oh, God bless us that at 60 years old, we're not still going around acting like fatherless girls. And it's hard because, your childhood lessons they have the ability, they don't have to because you can learn along the way, but your childhood lessons have the ability to stick with you for a lifetime. And unfortunately, this is something that, Shirley didn't learn, or she didn't get a set of standards and stick to them. So this is why she's in this pot boiling. This is why she's running to this person that has been willing to put her in a pot and turn the heat on under her and just let her cook. Let her cook. He's just been cooking her and now she barely has the strength to refute what he's saying when she knows it's ridiculousness. She knows it. But she just barely can come against him. And I know it's not a real come against, because if she really saw what he was doing to her she would block him and never talk to him or anybody that he knows, because she would be able to see what he's done to her and been doing to her. But she doesn't see it because she's just keeping on going. And that's why I believe that, God knows how to get you to where you need to go. A preacher that I used to listen to, he used to say, God knows how to send who, where, when, and with what. And it seems so, it seems like so much, but God knows that this is what it took to blow Shirley out of the joint, because she was in there. It was literally like he had to put several sticks of dynamite to a door to blow up the door and drag her out. I mean, this is extensive. This is really extensive. I know I'm talking about it as well because there's just, it's so, I don't know. It's just so interesting. And I do find that you can learn so many lessons from looking at it. But this is very extensive for this to be happening to her. When you think about it, this is a lot. But I feel like in at least part, he knew that this is what it was going to take to blow her out of this relationship. And to me, it shows the aggressive. Woo! I feel the Holy Spirit now, y'all. It shows the aggressive level of love that God loves us with. I know this might not seem like love to you. This might not even seem like love to me on the surface, but now I'm talking about God, the aggressive level of love God has for you, because that man thought that he had her in that cave and he had rolled so many boulders in front of her that she was never going to be able to get out. Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. He said, all I got to do is get out of here. I can get her back. All I got to do is get out of here. And at this point, Ernest represents the absolute devil, the worst of the demons, because this man knows that he has wrecked. He has brought carnage upon this woman's life. And he's got the nerve, the audacity, and the gall to sit up there and say, all I got to do is get out and I can get her back. For what, Ernest? For what? So you can utterly destroy her? You done already tore up her life at 60, 61, 62, 65, 68, 69. You done demolished her life. And you want to get out and get her back for what? And a lot of people think he will. But I'm going to tell you why he won't. Because God has loved that lady so aggressively. And this is how he loves us. This is how he loves me and you too. God has loved her so aggressively that he said, no. I invented dynamite. I invented dynamite, baby. And I got several sticks of it. And I'm fixing to blow these boulders up, that these stones that you done rolled in front of this cave and put this woman in here. And yeah, you might get a little soot on you. Yeah, you might get a little dust on you. A few rocks might even hit you. But I'm blowing you out this cave today, Shirley. I'm blowing you out. I'm blowing you out. And you gonna come out. You gonna come out. You gonna come out from under this man's spell. Why? Because you love me and I love you. That's why. and I'm going to rescue you and I'm going to save you from this devil because you put your whole heart full of trust in me. And that's why I'm coming to save you. And yeah, it's going to look dirty. It's going to look ugly. It's going to look mean. It's going to look aggressive. But that's because my love is aggressive. That's because I love you so aggressively. And I refuse to not meet you and exceed your love for me. Because God said, I'll do exceedingly and abundantly above anything that you can ever ask or expect. So though this looks ugly and nasty and horrific to us, what this truly is, if you think about it, this is a rescue. Because this man could have taken this woman out. He's already taken her out on so many levels. He could have ultimately took her out. But he got locked up before he could ultimately take her out. And God blew her out of the dungeon that he had her in before he could get out and keep resubjecting her. And he blew her out so tough, she can't go back. She can't go back. We sit up and debate on if she'll go back or she can't go back. Look at how ugly this is. Look at how aggressively God had to get her out of there. Look at all the mess. It's so messy. It's so messy. It's so ugly. The carnage is so ridiculous. She can't go back. That's a rescue. We've witnessed a rescue. We have witnessed a rescue. This is what it looks like when God comes to get you out. Baby, most of the time it's ugly because you have not had enough sense to walk out yourself. You have not had enough sense to get away when you could get away. And now you sitting in that pot and you boiling and your legs don't work no more and you can't hop out. God can rescue you. As long as you drawing a breath, God can rescue you. And I believe that God rescued Shirley because when Shirley was putting her hope and her trust in God, she was serious. She, has flawed and erred in her ways a lot, but she was putting her hope and her trust in the true and living God. She was putting her hope in God and she was believing, and now she is receiving. It might look ugly to us. It might look nasty. It might look embarrassing. It might look horrible, but this is the dynamite that God has used to deliver her from this man. And though she might still love him, she might still, have delusions of some type of way being with him later, but she absolutely cannot go back now. The carnage is too tough. It's too ugly. God has rescued her too aggressively and she knows it, and she cannot go back, and he will never be able to touch her on that level again, because it would just, she knows she can't. She knows that she just can't. She just can't. It's horrific what has had to be done to shake this relationship away from this woman. But this is what it looks like when you love God and God loves you and you won't let go of something that is killing you. He will help you. He will help you. My right hand to God. Nothing this terrible has happened to me before, but almost. Almost. He will help you. He will help you let it go. He will help you. And it's never cute. It is never cute because we're very powerful beings. It's hard to get us to let something go. But if if he knows that you are, and only God knows, we can speculate and people can think that, Shirley's playing with God and all this stuff right here, but God knows the inner workings of somebody's heart. God is the only one that sees that person every moment when they're asleep. He knows what your dreams are. He sees you sleeping when you don't see you sleep. You don't see yourself sleep. God sees you sleeping. God sees your thoughts. He knows your emotions. He hears you every time you cry out to him. He sees every way how you're living your life. He sees the pain that you're in. He sees the suffering that you're in. He sees when you're happy. He sees when you're sad. He sees when you're just not doing much at all. He sees you all the time. And he knows your thoughts. Woo, what does he say? From afar off. I know your thoughts from afar off before you even start thinking them. He knows what she's been thinking and what she's been putting her hope and trust in. We don't know. You don't know what that woman has been dealing with and how she's been praying and how you don't know. God knows though. And that's why this looks so ugly and so aggressive. This is some aggressive love from a loving God that loves you. That don't care nothing about your ego, your pride. He don't care nothing about how it looks, how he got to get you out of there. He don't care nothing about that. You should have cared about that and got yourself out in a neat and classy way if that's what you really wanted. But you really thought you was going to hang on to this low life and let him like whip you around and drag you around. And all the time you were praying for God to help you. And he's like, okay, I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you a little bit of time, a little bit of grace to help yourself. But when I start helping you, it's going to look different. It's going to look different. So I suggest that you do it and get her done. And if we knew, we would, we'll never know. But Shirley knows when she saw opportunities to get herself out of this mess. And she didn't get herself out because she couldn't get herself out. No, believe and understand that. She couldn't. She didn't have it. She didn't have it. We sit up and criticize people. She did not have it. She didn't have the wherewithal. She didn't have it within her. She was confused. She was all these things. And she did not have it. Because if she would have had the wherewithal to stop this from happening, all these people, talking about her, all this Sonya stuff, all these phone calls that are still being played, she would have got herself out, but she didn't have it. So God said, okay, Michael, where's the dynamite? Where's the dynamite, Michael? I got to go blow my child out of this joint. Oh, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. Round up some other angels because it's, we got work to do. You got a lot of people that you got to protect because it's going to be rough. A lot of demons blowing around, a lot of, anger, a lot of spiritual warfare flying back and forth. We got to get my child out of here. So if you didn't know what you were looking at, if I didn't know what we've been looking at, this is a rescue. And Shirley, she can't go back. She can't go back. She cannot go back. And I say that, but let me tell you, we always have free will. I'm not saying this to in any way indicate that God has taken away her free will. No, we always have free will. And she could still use her free will to try to get back to him. If, she could still lower herself and try to stay in communication with him and, all of that. But I believe what happens when you do that, when God fiercely rescues you and you still refuse to let it go, then it could, it could end you. It could end you because, we're not battling with flesh and blood here. We're battling with principalities and this is spiritual. This is not just what we can see. This is all very spiritual. And what does the Bible say? It says the devil has come, the thief has come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Or something like for nothing but to steal, to kill, and destroy. He has no goodwill, no good intentions for us. So, if she doesn't let this situation be what it is and move on and, and pick up the pieces, and carry on, carry on with God, let him finish his work in her life, what he has for her, that is good. All the things of God for us are good, real good. But if she doesn't allow God to finish that work in her life, and if she keeps on hopping back over in the devil's camp, the thief has come, but nothing but to what? To steal from us, to kill us off, kill things off in different areas of our life. Kill, steal, kill, and destroy. That's all the thief has to offer. So look for things like that to be happening when we settle in the thief's camp. And look for the goodness of God to lift you and take care of you and to love you and to make you comfortable, because his Holy Spirit is the comforter. Look for comfort to come when you go with God. Look for a bunch of discomfort, stealing, killing, and destroying when you're over in the thief's camp. That's it. That's all. I'm going to see if I had any other commentary. I had to come back in with this commentary because I saw that one little part where Ernest started talking about Stedman and Oprah. And I was like, oh, I must have been tired because I didn't comment on that. So I don't know how much more commentary I had, but I'm going to check. And if I didn't have any other commentary, then thank you all so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share, and make comments. Agree, disagree, doesn't matter to me. Alrighty, bye.